How are you supposed to have direction in your life if you're not paying attention to your life? So when I tell you to embrace the silence, what I'm saying is finally pay attention to your life. Pay attention to the breath in your lungs. Pay attention to your heartbeat. Pay attention to the life that you have. Because if you don't, you might miss it, and you might miss the opportunities in order for you to lock in. You addicted to the noise, bro. Gotta log off, man. Log off the internet. Feel what I'm saying? Log on to your purpose, man. You feel me? We got like one opportunity, bro. One day at a time, one step at a time, you feel me? And this can't be the time in your life where you fall off because you addicted to social media, or you addicted to the noise, you addicted to the doom scroll, you addicted to the huzz, you addicted to what's going on outside of yourself. You gotta be addicted to what's going on within. You feel me? The only thing that I'm worried about is my state of being. Feel what I'm saying? My state of being, my state of mind, am I at peace? Because if I'm at peace, if I'm relaxed, then that means that I'm in control. If Malik is at peace, then Malik is in control. A lot of us, we're not in control of our life because we're not focused on the silence. We don't like the silence. We don't like to engage with the silence. But the silence is really where it's at. You got to embrace that. And instead of y'all embracing that, you keep searching for the noise. You keep looking for the noise. It's always going to be noise. Feel what I'm saying? It's always something that we could be focused on. But why not focus on yourself? Why not focus on your purpose? Why not focus on what God has in store for you? You're going to miss it. You're going to miss the opportunities. You feel what I'm saying? You're going to miss the opportunities to lock in, because instead of you focusing on what God has for you, you focused on what the world has for you. You focused on distractions. Ain't nothing out here. You feel what I'm saying? It's only distractions, and distractions stop you from action. You feel what I'm saying? Again, the only thing that should matter is your state of being. It's your state of mind. And the reason why that's important is because based off of your state of mind, then you're able to lock in on a whole nother level. If your state of mind is at peace, if your state of mind is relaxed, if your state of mind is not worried about the noise or the chaos, think about how far you can go. You're not worried about what other people doing. You're not worried about other people's lives. You're not worried about what's going on social media. You ain't worried about what's going on at the parties. You ain't worried about what's going on at the clubs. You ain't worrying about none of that stuff. You worried about your purpose. You worried about getting this money up. You worried about taking care of your family, taking care of yourself. You worried about building yourself up from the ground up. You can't build yourself up from the ground up if you ain't focused on what it is that you building brick by brick, day by day. A lot of y'all out here, man, you focused on bullshit. That's why you're not gonna make it. You chasing bull crap. You going after bull crap. You gotta rewire your mind to understand that the number one thing that you gotta do is focus on God. The number one thing you gotta do is focus on yourself. It's focus on your inner world. What is it that you need to do? What is it that you need to focus on to make it to the next day? What is it that you need to focus on to take care of yourself? What is it that you need to focus on to make it to the next level? Yeah, bro, be a little selfish. Because when you're not selfish, you can't be selfless. They taught us wrong when we was in school. They talking about, sharing is caring, caring is sharing. It is, but if I don't have nothing to give, then I can't share, G. If I don't have nothing to give, then I can't share. What do you mean sharing is caring? If I have nothing to share with, nothing to give. Some of y'all got to get your life up so you could be in a position where you can help other people. But you first got to help yourself. You first have to focus on yourself. Even if you got it, even if you where you want to be in life, you got to stay there. You got to multiply it. It's not just about getting it. It's about keeping it. And a lot of us, we so eager. We think that, okay, I got it. I'm good. No, now the hard work starts. Be careful what you ask for. I asked God for a YouTube channel, right? I asked God to be successful in the things that I do. Now I have to sustain that. Now I got to show up for that each and every single day. Now I got to lock in on that. Now the real work begins. Now the real work begins. That's like if you want clear skin, but you don't have a system for your clear skin. Does that make sense? You don't have a system for your skin, but you want clear skin. You're not going to get clear skin, right? I wanted clear skin. I had to invest in myself to get clear skin. First link below, 40% off your first box, 20% off for life, and you get a free gift for you to actually start working on your skin and start working on how you look and how you appear in this world. You know you got to get that Tiege Hanley. You know that Tiege Hanley going to make your skin look silky. It's going to look smooth. It's going to look good. How you look affects how you feel, and how you feel affects how you show up on your purpose. So one thing about me, I always gotta have it on, bro. I always gotta look good. You feel me? I always gotta dress comfortable, dress how I want to dress, look how I want to look, making sure that I'm taking care of myself, presenting myself how I want to present myself. I want to present myself with clear skin. Get that TH Hanley and work on your skin. You gotta elevate your mindset, bro. It's not about what's going on in the external world. It's about what you could do in the internal. It's not about the external. It's about the internal, because everything in the external comes from within. If you lack confidence, bro, you think you're gonna post your first YouTube video, or you think you're gonna go up to that girl and talk to her, or you think you're gonna be on your purpose and show up to work and give it your all, you think that you could, no, you can't do none of that, because it takes confidence. It takes your internal state being at a particular level in order for you to do those things and achieve those things. And the reason why a lot of people don't achieve the life that they want is because they don't have the mental state. You know, people who are successful, they're not able to multiply their blessings is because they don't got the right mental state, right? If you think negative, bro, that's all you gonna see. You can't ever see no silver lining. You can't ever see no gold lining because you so negative. That's all there is for you. So your mental state matters so much more than you think. That's all I'm focused on nowadays, bro. As long as my mind is good, then I'm good, and I'm gonna show up and give it my all. My mind gotta be good before I do anything, before I step anywhere, before I give any of my energy or any of my effort. I gotta make sure that my mind is good. Because if my mind is good, then I'm able to show up better for others. I'm able to show up better for the world. I'm able to do better work. But I gotta make sure I'm good first. So you gotta embrace the silence. You gotta stop looking for the noise. And it's a lot of people, bro, they looking for the noise, man. That's all they want. All they know how to do is party. All they know how to do is be distracted. You're more than that, right? You're more than that. You gotta understand, bro. Silence is gonna transform your life in ways that you have no clue. If you don't embrace silence, then you're not gonna be able to embrace your purpose. You feel what I'm saying? That's what this is about, bro, for real. If you don't embrace the silence, you're not gonna be able to embrace your purpose the way that you could. Sometimes your purpose requires you to be silent. Sometimes your purpose requires you to walk away from the world and walk towards the goals and dreams that you know you're supposed to be working on. You feel what I'm saying? You can't be afraid to walk away from things that no longer serve you. The silence is going to show you the things that you should be focused on and the things that you shouldn't be focused on. That's what the silence does. How are you going to know the things that should be in your life if you keep doing input, right? Everything that you do is always input. You always doing something. You never sitting down. Sometimes your spirit is overloaded. You're not focused on the right things, bro. You got to be focused on yourself. You got to sit with yourself. You have to be comfortable with yourself. A lot of us, man, we scared of being alone. We scared of being lonely. So what we do is we go outside of ourselves looking for companionship, looking for friends, looking for people that don't understand how bad it is that you want to be successful. You looking for things, but you not even aligning yourself with the right people or with the right energy. You got to understand, bro. It's not about just doing things. It's not about just hanging out with anybody. It's time for you to hang out with the right people. It's time for you to do the right things. It's time for you to have the right systems. It's time for you to set the right goals. It's time for you to have the right intentions. You got to be intentional with your energy. There's bloodsuckers out here. There's people that's going to take your patience. You got to protect your patience. You understand what I'm saying? You got to protect your peace. There's people that's going to take your peace from you. There's people that's going to take your peace from you. There's people that's gonna take your peace, bro. And they sent from the devil, bro. They sent from the negative energies, bro. That's how they do. That's how they get their energy. It's to mess you up. It's to mess up your goals. It's to mess up your energy. You gotta be careful who it is that you give your attention to. You gotta be careful who it is that you give your energy to. You gotta be careful who it is you give your patience to. Sometimes we patient with the wrong people. Sometimes we patient with the wrong energy. It's bloodsuckers out here, man. It's people that's gonna take your peace and they gonna run with it. You gotta understand that peace is more valuable than anything that you possess, bro. Your relationship with God is gonna give you a certain peace that you probably never felt before. Being silent, not always looking for the noise, it's gonna give you a type of peace that you probably never felt before, but you need to feel. Because through the silence, that's how I was able to heal. Through the peace, that's how I was able to heal. Through being alone, that's how I was able to figure out what I need to work on. And you don't gotta be alone forever, but you gotta be alone for a season where it's just you and God so he can rebuild you. You gotta focus on yourself for a season where it's just you and God so he can align you. You gotta focus on your goals for a season to where you can see the growth that you can have in your life once you start focusing on the things that are good. When you're focused on what everybody else is doing, bro, when you focused on being distracted, when you're not focused on the things that you need to be focused on, you're gonna stay in the same cycle. You're gonna stay in the same loop. You're gonna have the same life that you always had. When you know you're supposed to break free from that, when you know that you're supposed to achieve more than that, when you know that you're supposed to be better than that. It's unbelievable what we do to ourselves, bro. If my goal is to evolve, if my goal is to figure out how to be better, then I have to go through certain seasons where I'm speaking to God, where I'm focused on myself instead of being distracted. I love my friends. I love my peers, man. I love my brothers, man. I love my family, but even they know that when I'm in a season of going ghost, when I'm in a season of locking in, when I'm in a focused season, then I'm in a focused season, bro. Because that is how I elevate. That is how I get better. I can't get better. I can't elevate. I can't figure out what it is that I need to do if I keep staying on input, if I keep listening to the noise, if I keep focusing on what other people are doing. How am I going to be able to focus on what I'm doing? How am I going to be able to know the things that I need to do? That's why a lot of y'all don't have direction in your life. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of y'all don't have direction in your life because you're not paying attention to your life. You feel what I'm saying? How are you supposed to have direction in your life if you're not paying attention to your life? So when I tell you to embrace the silence, what I'm saying is finally pay attention to your life. Pay attention to the breath in your lungs. Pay attention to your heartbeat. Pay attention to the life that you have. Because if you don't, you might miss it, and you might miss the opportunities in order for you to lock in. You feel what I'm saying? You might miss the opportunities in order for you to lock in. All I want to do is get y'all to the next level. And if you at that next level, I want you to maintain that and multiply that and be even greater. But you got to want that for yourself. Why I want it more than you? Don't make me want it more than you, G. You know you're supposed to be working out. You ain't working out. You know you're supposed to be locked in. You ain't locked in. And it goes back to you having the mindset of saying, you know what? I'm going to focus on the silence. I'm not going to focus on the noise. Y'all so quick, man. Somebody hit you up, you there. That's good. I'm glad that you a good friend. But God been trying to hit you up. And you've been trying to hit yourself up. And you haven't been listening. The phone been ringing. The phone been ringing. Not the physical phone, but the heavenly phone. And the problem is you not silent enough to hear the ringtone that's in your heart. The dreams and goals that you're supposed to be doing. The energy that you're supposed to be on. You're supposed to be elevating. You're not supposed to be the same. You're not supposed to be doing the same things. It's a new year. It's a new month. It's a new energy. It's a new level. What is it that you're doing to take yourself up? What is it that you're focused on to take yourself there to where you want to go? One of the things that I focused on 2 years ago when I was dead broke was starting content creation, man. It absolutely changed my life. It absolutely changed my life, right? Because if I didn't start, then you wouldn't be watching this video right now. If you've been thinking about doing YouTube and you need guidance on how to grow your content, right, and how to monetize from your content, and you're in a healthy financial position to where you can invest in yourself for less than $200 a month, bro, to learn the game that I had to learn and soak up the information to get one-on-one guidance, bro, when it comes to you and your channel and the things that you need to be focused on, click the purpose-driven creators link below, and that will be right after the Teach handling link, man, because you know you got to get clear skin first. I don't want to see you on a Zoom call with a bumpy face, dog. I want to make sure that you looking good and that you looking the way that you supposed to look, that you taking care of yourself, because I'm a peep if you're using Teach handling or not. All right, I'm gone, man. I love y'all. Remember, embrace the silence, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. Ain't nothing wrong with just focusing on yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with going ghost. You feel what I'm saying? And if you're a reader, I got my upcoming book that speaks about this very topic. You feel what I'm saying? So you want to be one of the first to read it, you can check that out too. Peace, man. Love y'all.
Yeah. Oh yeah. talking about sesame. A lot of fake people really trying to get the best of me, but they can't, but they won't, but I won't let them.